Tonight, at the end of a long and exhausting campaign, it's the Conservative Party that's taken the largest share of the vote. The Tories are up 1 point on last time round, but still they've failed to secure enough seats for an outright majority. Last night, they lost 13 of the 307 seats they took in 2010, leaving them with a total of 295. Labour will be bitterly disappointed, having taken just 30% of the vote. That's 278 seats, barely an improvement on their 2010 percentage. The Liberal Democrats endured a torrid night. They've returned just 22 MPs. That's a huge loss, nearly two-thirds of their MPs. Not only that, they lost their position as the third party in British politics. That goes to the Scottish National Party, who took 25 seats north of the border. And tonight, it is UKIP who will be rubbing their hands together, having managed to secure 6 seats on the green benches, a feat unimaginable not all that long ago.
Unimaginable indeed. And in the early hours of that May morning, chaos reigned. After a brutal election campaign, could Cameron and Clegg put Humpty Dumpty back together again?
If you're waking up expecting to find out who's going to be the next Prime Minister, you're going to have to wait a bit longer. At the moment, it is impossible to say who's going to lead the country.
Tory backbenchers weren't happy, and the drawn-out nature of these negotiations had left his critics with plenty of time to launch their own campaigns against David Cameron.
The Prime Minister needs to consider his situation very seriously.
Could a deal be done to keep the wolves at bay?
The first face-to-face talks between the Conservatives and Lib Dems are expected to take place tonight. Where, please?
Nick Clegg's demand for 50% representation on the Quad, that's the top decision-making committee in government, took up 5 full days of horse trading alone. So, after 3 weeks, we finally had a government. Cameron insisted that all members of his cabinet appear on TV to put their names to the new agreement. And what helped the Tories was the bloody ejection of Ed Miliband after his party's abject failure. The new king? Chukwuemeka.
Well, before we go, just time for a look at tomorrow's papers. Let's start with the Mirror, which has over the Umuna, they say, with a very happy-looking Chukwuemeka pictured there, as you can see. The Sun, pretty straight, that one. Miliband's ousting in plain terms, Red Ed dead. And The Guardian has more on Nick Clegg's popularity, still not getting much better.
Yes, the knives were sharpened for Nick Clegg, but who would take the plunge?
We've had a bad election, we're going to recover from it, and we've got to start that process now.
After surviving that botched leadership bid from Vince Cable,
where are we going?
Nick Clegg is once more Deputy Prime Minister, and the Lib Dems have ended up with 10 ministers. That's still half the party. Clegg continues to chair the Cabinet Committee on Home Affairs that he uses to block all policies that he doesn't like. But this isn't a coalition governing by majority. It is a minority government, relying on UKIP to deliver budgets and other key votes. The price for that? A 2016 EU referendum.
They have given away our country, they have given away our birthright, and we are going to take it back.
No one expects it to last very long or produce much in the way of big reforms. But unless all the parties involved in government vote to end it, the Fixed-Term Parliaments Act means the lifeless Conlib government, propped up by the Kippers, lurches on. What this strange new government will find to do while it lasts is anyone's guess. And if you thought the last coalition government presided over a zombie parliament, just wait until you get a load of this one.